And welcome everybody to another episode. This is episode 6 of With a Grain of Salt podcast. As you can see, things are a little different. I think this is even better than usual. Normally you have me, Eddie, my co-host Eric. But today we have in person.
Hi, it's your boy Allan. How's everybody doing?
It's my cousin. He's
my
here.
My cousin Eric. No, yeah, it's good to be here. Thanks, guys.
And
Andrea, howdy y'all.
my childhood friend.
I've known this guy for forever.
We can't make it her less than Allan.
Hero for fun. Okay.
But again, like we always say, we're not experts in any of the topics that we talk about today. So take everything we say with a grain of salt. We're a bunch of
Are
idiots.
we going to do it at the same time?
All right, fine.
Like go team.
Go team.
Yeah! Woo!
Oh my gosh,
All
really?
right.
This
All
wasn't
right.
cringe enough. Oh man.
Well, it's the first time on camera, so it has to be a little cringe.
Cringe is my
Okay.
middle name.
All right. Once we start actually doing skits, then it's gonna be nothing but cringe. So.
Oh, true.
Ugh.
I know. It's June 21st. It's Monday.
Monday, the day right after Father's Day.
Yeah.
We have two fathers in our, I was gonna say in the audience today. In the casting audience.
Yeah.
Who's the better father?
Alright.
It's the battle of the motherfuckers.
No.
I love you, Clarissa.
No,
That's a shock.
Oh, I guess we should explain before we get to that.
it before you.
What he's wearing is a shock collar. It's up to Andrea when it happens, but whenever we press this button,
Oh man! I did not know you were about to do it. That's how it should be.
They use it as a social experiment. And
comments in put it in the comments to see who you think should be wearing it next. But just to tell you, I'm boring with it. Like, I'm just like.
the pain and suffering.
But anyways, you
They
were gonna
needed a
say.
guinea pig, so I volunteer. So let's do it.
So what's it like to be a dad?
Being a dad, honestly, above everything, amazing. One of the greatest experiences a person can go through is having a child. It's like seeing a little you grow up, regardless if you have a daughter or son. It's amazing. Father's Day is an amazing day of itself. It's wholesome as hell due to the fact it's not just about your dad. It's about family, and I really admire that about that day. It was the first real Father's Day I've celebrated myself, and it was amazing. I had a great time. Everybody I cared about said Happy Father's Day, and it's awesome. It's a big tribute to fathers.
I just poured some Monster on the green screen.
I'll drink to that. All right.
Oh,
Space
wow.
monster himself, and just pour it on the table. No.
I thought that was the green light.
I'm drinking Ultra Gold today. I've never had this before.
I have Zero Ultra. Do a little ting. There you go.
So yes, Eric, you're a father.
Yes, I am to one beautiful daughter. She is 2 years old. Oh my God! Wow, 2 years
I know, right?
flew by.
Yeah, I remember when you guys came to me in Austin. You guys were waiting outside the hotel,
I remember that.
and you guys were like, "We got something to tell you," and I'm like, "What'd you buy?" And then she's Clarice's like, "We're pregnant." I'm like, "Oh shit!" This
Then
is
life
insane.
got real.
Life got
Yeah.
real. No, for you guys. I'm still an idiot.
That's definitely what happens. That's a good way to describe it. Life gets real.
What's your favorite part of being a dad?
The no sleep, because I never don't sleep at all, so it didn't change. Thank God. I was ready.
Yeah, no, I think what I like is pretty funny because I like to think of myself as a big kid. I'm a kid inside, so I love doing kid stuff with my daughter. It's awesome. I like to go to the kids museum, and when I was up in Iowa, there's a kids museum, and what it really is, it's like a little town for children. It's like a little mock town. And you could just let your kid run around. It might be mailman or a shopping mall person.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I would love to go to that too.
Dude, I was there. I'm in the kitchen. It was awesome, yeah. And she likes to go there. They take her once a week. It's pretty cool. It's a great place to build creativity.
And today we went to Waterbury while Eddie was changing his eyes out.
I got contacts.
Yeah.
Contacts, yeah. But There was a Facebook notification a year ago today, and it was just a collage of all the baby pictures I had with my daughter.
Aw.
I cried.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
I
melts
straight
your
up
heart.
cried.
I still have a whole bunch of like Emily's party, like on the computer here. I
Yeah.
could probably like bring it onto screen, but damn.
It's like it doesn't hit you, and then you see it, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh,
That's my baby.
that's my baby.
It's like the bittersweet part of fatherhood. Like, you know, you're there, but like time flies, of course. Like, you'll never get that little baby again. Like, she's just growing, and it sucks. But it's also amazing. You get to see them grow right before your eyes, and it's very nostalgic for me too. Like, it takes me back when I was little. Some of the stuff she does, I did when I was a little kid. Like breaking my toys and stuff. It's just great.
Y'all
Yeah.
wholesome as fuck.
Damn, way to fuck
For
it
now.
up.
I'm like, for now.
And then my first I hate you. Well, you guys are lucky though. Like you got 2 experts by the time you guys have kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can talk to Clarissa whenever I need to.
I'll give you my Cornell. I'll give you my
Joking.
Cornell.
Listen
notes.
here, you little.
And I do not want to think about children. Not right now, though. I don't want them. Personally.
Life just happens.
Life finds a way.
I don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know how things will go for me. My parents always say, when you have kids, karma's gonna bite you in the ass, because apparently I was I still am, but they were like, you were the biggest smartass growing up.
Yes,
These
you
guys
are.
could
You
attest.
still are.
I still remember. My mom doesn't let me forget. She was taking a shower. No, she wasn't even taking a shower. She was just chilling, and the phone rings, and I answer it, and was like, "Hey, is your mom there?" And I don't know who it was, like my aunt or something, and I'm like, "Hold on, let me see. I think, hey, mom," and then she's like, "Tell him I'm in the shower." And then she's like, I'm like, my mom says she's in the shower. And she's like, no, you idiot. She's like, give me the phone. Hey.
Your baby's first word's not gonna be a word; it's gonna be a sentence. Don't act like I know you.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
It's probably gonna be, yeah, it's just gonna bite me in the ass. Whatever. I'm just gonna try, like, I'll be filming my first movie or something, and then there should be like unplugging cables and shit or something. I have no idea. But I'm looking forward to it eventually.
It's
'Cause
definitely
I do want kids. How many and what I want first, I have no idea. Do I want a little girl? Do I want a little boy? I haven't the slightest clue.
You get what you get.
I'm building an army.
Knowing my luck, I'll get them both. Then they're both gonna hate me.
I want my personal soccer team. So.
Well, then you need to start working.
Kicking and
man.
skinny. You gotta catch up.
How many is that? Like 7?
Yeah. Lucky 7.
You're gonna need a lot of crunching to do.
Oh, I think I'll be just fine.
No.
Oh, your wife's not gonna love this.
Oh no! I gave her the link. She subscribed. Wait.
Technical difficulties.
Oh man, we
Oh
do.
well, you know.
She's gonna throw the rock at you. Oh yeah,
That's
bring
why
that,
it's here.
Bring that other rock out here. Hey, things happened. Now this rock's broken.
Yeah,
Just a rock.
They literally
Just
grabbed
rock.
the other one.
That we have a little shelf here that is this normally rests on, and while I was cleaning out my house after our little get together the other day, I put this back in its spot. I didn't notice somebody had broken the leg on the corner of the shelf. So when I put it on there, everything came crashing down. I was barefoot, and this thing just came, boom, right on my foot.
Damn.
Let me hold that.
It's heavy.
Yeah, this thing fell on a foot. This thing is.
That thing's not right.
After I licked it too. I think that's the one.
Is that dried blood on it?
Uh,
Where do you want me to put it? Right here?
So imagine this cutting me, and then you ever hear of salt in the wound? Well, the salt made the wound, so it was immediately just as bad as you'd think.
Yeah.
Two birds stoned at once.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll still make a good.
Did the bulb break?
Yes.
The bulb's not in here.
Yes, the bulb broke. Is it?
who knows where it's
I
at?
don't know where it
It's
is.
behind the scenes.
It's okay. I mean,
It's in the
you
trailer.
still got the receipt.
No.
Just return it. Get another one.
Yeah, you can like return anything. Except
Oh.
diapers. Except diapers. You buy the wrong diapers, yeah. I think. Wait,
Oh,
no,
I thought
yeah.
you. Never mind.
Like you return
Used-
diapers for oh no, not used diapers.
I'd like to recycle these.
Wow. Nuh-uh.
They just didn't do the job.
Someone broke that table at the get together. Why do we have the get together?
To celebrate this jackass coming
This
home.
is bad.
That's a good one. Okay, I was like ready to yeah. But no. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Power level is now at 15.
You're looking very nervous.
I knew he was doing that. That's why. No.
But he's back. He's here. He's in the valley.
Yeah, so I took a hell of a bus ride down from Davenport, Iowa. I was where I was formerly, being, recorded from. And due to circumstances, I decided to move down with my family and be down here closer to everybody, the people I love and respect. So I came down here. It was like a 35-hour
respect. No.
No, well, yeah, just that. It's like a hard love, but no, I decided to come down here. I took a 35-hour bus ride. Yeah, it was like 5 buses I went on, and
That
Yeah.
sounds rough. That must have been rough.
it was. This is gonna sound nasty, but I'm a very I like to be like clean. I like to take baths. I take 2 baths a day. I hate it.
Too many
baby.
likes.
Yeah. You bastard. So yeah.
I'm going to be very generous about this. So if you see this man reaching, you better get yourself prepared.
So yeah, I was on the bus.
Oh.
So
Oh, no.
yeah, there's no, obviously you can't take a bath on your bus rides, and it's just like you don't. It was air conditioned, but no matter what, you still sweat. So that was pretty much the worst part, just not being able to bathe or sleep comfortably. I had this bad habit on the ride. I had a friend I was riding the bus with, and he said I would start falling asleep the last 30 minutes would be on this bus. So I'd fall asleep, and then he's like, "Hey bro, how long do you think you slept?" And I'm like, "An hour, bro. I feel sorry for you. You were asleep for 20 minutes, man. You fucking dumb."
I watched you the whole time.
Yeah, bro. He's like, it's interesting though. He's like, I've never seen anybody sleep on the bus like that. So I was like, yeah, I fell asleep.
He was like this the whole time.
He was
Like,
like,
oh.
what a dreamboat. But it was.
Rascals.
No, but yeah, it was. Am I getting electrocuted for that?
No. My hands are here though, so.
Well,
I
we got
am
one more
ready.
chance.
Yeah, so it was a very awesome ride. Coming besides the whole not being able to bathe and stuff, very scenic. I'm a big road trip guy. I like looking out the window. A lot of time to self-reflect, listen to music, catch up with podcasts.
What states did you drive through?
Oh, this is a hard one.
You don't know.
All right, it's time for
Never mind.
geography with Allan.
I think it was all right. We could do bulletins and see if I get them, but no. It was Kansas, Oklahoma. Oh, don't electrocute me if I get them wrong.
He's already in the wrong order.
Yeah, no, it was.
Mm-mm.
It was Oklahoma and Kansas. Okay.
Who is the mayor of Oklahoma?
The mayor of Oklahoma.
God, that's a good question.
Step him.
In the comments, let us know who's the mayor of Oklahoma.
Shock him hard enough to get him too. The whole
No,
family.
I'm okay. I've been through worse. No,
hands.
yeah, all of us the army guys. No, but yeah, no offense to the army, but I went through. It had to have been Kansas and then Oklahoma and then I came to Texas. So yeah, it was 3 states if you don't include Iowa, which I was probably already at the border of Iowa anyway, so I didn't really drive through Iowa. So it was. I didn't drive at all, but it was a ride through, and it was a good ride. So. But yeah, I'm back home. I'm taking the sights in. I'm having a great time. And we threw a crazy rage the other night. It was Saturday. We had an awesome barbecue. We had a bunch of friends over. It was the kind of put on a lampshade.
I lifted my hand out of frame doing this.
But yeah, it was great. We had a great time. And like I said, there's nothing like being home and then also coming home to a big celebration was awesome, especially with the people I love and care about. So yeah, back in town. Back
And then
in
he got
action.
absolutely plastered. Here's a picture of him in a sombrero and a guitar.
Oh, we have that.
He is now
Yeah, well, we
Alan
will
Jackson.
have that. But yeah, no, I was in a very Texas mood that night. Go Longhorns.
What?
I like
Okay.
Longhorns.
Yeah.
Texas.
I was only here for half that time because I had to wake up early for work. So cut
Thanks
that out.
for-
Cut
thanks for-
that out. I don't work at that place, but
Thanks, beep.
I don't
Kroger.
know. I thought he looked fine when I left, but apparently when I was gone, things got crazy.
I must have drank like 18 beers. Like 18 beers and a good amount of tequila. I don't even remember drinking the tequila, but it was a great time. I mean, I don't usually drink like that. But no, I had a great time. It was awesome.
Oh.
We're
lying.
Big damn dirty liar.
Oh man! As soon as this guy gets here, he's like, "Hey, Eddie, let's do shots."
Shots.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
And I'm just like the dim-witted cousin, like, oh, let's do it. Like I'm already blitzed as hell. Blitz, 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 blitz.
He's like in the crowd.
I woke up and then I just see these two guys just on the passed out dead on the couch, especially this guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was probably the worst hangover I've ever
When
had
I
in
drove
my
him
life.
home,
It was just-
I felt fine.
it was-
I didn't drink that much. I hardly drank at all, really. But on the way home, he was just like, I was talking to him, making conversation. He's just there. Yeah, buddy. You see, I'm listening. I just got nothing.
Which is, first of all, that's a big thing. He has nothing to say then.
Nothing to say.
Hey, you know there's something going
So
on. We don't have a
turtle.
word to say about anything.
Turtle, man.
I think I looked at him. I was like, you know, you ever, like we were like, you ever seen what Meet Dave? I was like, you know, like he has the little Dave.
Oh,
in his head.
yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
little Allans and it's on fire. They're like, all systems are critical. Like we gotta get out now. So yeah, but it was hilarious.
It wasn't like. It was a lot calmer than I expected.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, especially
I
with
expected things to
alcohol.
break. You know.
Well, something did break.
Something did break.
Mm,
Minus
yeah.
your foot.
I'm gonna say that was
That's not hard.
residual of you. No.
Oh yeah, because this shelf we talked about, it's had some experiences in being hit and taking some damage.
Oh yes. Never for me. But
We were drinking. I lost my footing. I wasn't drunk, and I just didn't like trip over my own feet. I lost my footing and I fell. I fell on it, and that's where he keeps all his liquor bottles and everything. I might have broken one or two.
4.
But
Count.
We were playing beer pong. Is what was going on. Beer pong. It wasn't that she just lost her footing walking. You see, I'm making you look a little better, giving you context. She was trying to go after a ball.
I'm very
before-
competitive, first of all.
Very. Eventually, when we start putting out gameplay videos, you're gonna see that. But
Oh yeah, we play hard.
she tried to go after the ball,
That was
and
fun.
I guess you lost your footing or you slipped.
I lost my footing. So like the ball was bouncing on the table. Of course, if you catch it, if you get it before it falls to the ground, you can get an extra shot. So I tried grabbing for it and went to the left side of the table. And I tried reaching over.
She plays a lot of softball, so her instinct is to dive.
I didn't mean to dive, but that's what ended up happening. My center of gravity was forward towards the floor, and trying to catch myself, I ended up flying into the wall where the shelf was.
This sounds like the best
And-
game of beer pong ever.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
I love beer pong. It's fun.
I need to get rid of that shelf anyway, but yeah, I lost a lot of bottles there. But luckily, most of them were empty.
Mhm.
So I only lost 4 bottles because those are the only ones that had anything in there. If anything, I need to get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
Because they're just taking up room for no reason. But that was fun. She was like super apologetic, like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm like, dude, I need to get rid of these anyway.
Like, watch your feet. I think you might have been in your socks. I don't know. It was like, please don't step on the glass. Like,
I was, she was like, please, nobody cut themselves. I'm like, dude, it's just glass. I pick up a piece, immediately cut myself. Like,
Yes.
seconds later, I'm just like, it'll be fine. And oops, I'm bleeding.
He would.
But I feel that party was appropriate. We all had rough days, you know?
Yeah.
You had a rough one, right, Andrea?
Pretty rough week.
A rough week because of my vehicle.
Now, what brand is it?
Okay, calm down. This is when all the comments are gonna go crazy. Stop. Why you keep touching the tip? Y'all keep touching the tip, and I'm
What am
like,
I supposed to do?
Just the tip.
Slap the ass?
No, I drive a 2019 Ford Ranger. I bought it recently, in this past December.
It's already in the shop.
I've had it
It's in the
for
shop.
so like 6 months, 7 months. I bought it used, and well, I needed an oil change. So I was like, let me take it in. But there's always been this light on.
Check engine light.
No, not the check engine light. It's like a little airbag. I believe it's for the airbag sensor. And it's for my seat, the driver's seat. It's always been on, and I've been like, I need to take it in, get that checked. I'll do it later. Well, now I need an oil change. Might as well bring it up. So I take it in. I tell them about it, and they're like, well, we can't. That's going to take a while, so you're going to have to leave it overnight, and so we can get that started the next day. And I was like, well, I can't, because I work the next day, so let's just do the oil change. Oil change takes a couple hours, but I didn't mind, because I was hanging out with Wadi and Eric, and we ended up going to eat and just chilling at Walmart. No, I don't think we went to Walmart, but Academy. It was nice.
Oh yeah.
And that's where he ended up doing something with his truck.
Well, I drive 1500 Silverado 2018, and it's pretty big. It's a big truck. So on our way to Panda Express, there's some bushes right here, and then the drive-through lane was directly behind the bushes, and you have to turn around the bushes to get into the parking lot of the restaurant. For some reason, they had some traffic cones extending out of the drive-through lane. Well, they were obstructed by both my truck and the bushes, so I couldn't even see ahead to see that they were there.
Spot.
His perfect blind spot.
My perfect blind spot. So I'm driving, and then I make the turn, and Andrea, what did you say it was like?
I was about to tell him I saw it because you could see it clearly from the passenger seat. I was about to raise my finger. I was like, Wadi, and then it was already too late. He already ran him. Him over.
What? And then the funny thing is, the truck's so heavy, I just smooth sailing right over it. And she's like, you just ran over a traffic cone. I'm like,
yep.
What? I look at the mirror, it's just a flattened cone. It was funny.
He destroyed them.
Oh yeah, it was just gone. And she was like, you need to drive better. What did you say?
I have no idea. I was like, I can't believe you just ran over those cones.
Yeah. The moral of the story: I choose my own path. So
nothing could stop him. Not even orange traffic cones.
I would have just been like, we gotta get out of here.
Which is kind of what we did.
Yeah,
we kind of did that. We were like, Eric was on his way, so we thought, you know what, we should wait for him. Let's get out of here. So we went to Walmart.
So
we did go to Walmart.
20 minutes to spare.
I bought a bunch of electrical equipment for my setup here, so we could keep everything powered. And then we went back, which is funny because Eric pulls into the parking lot, and then we pull into the parking lot, and I see Eric's truck. He's like, "Oh look, Eric's here," and he calls me.
I didn't see you guys.
He calls me, and then I answer the phone, and he's like, "Hey guys, I think I messed up. I'm in a whole different city. I'm in Donna, not Weslaco." I'm like, "Dude, I can see your truck."
Literally one vehicle next to us.
Nah, that was a failure.
Did you spin or what?
I thought I did. But thanks for calling it out.
Oh man.
But we ate Panda, and then we went to Academy, and it was about 2 hours. I get a call, and they're like, "Oh, your vehicle's ready." So sweet, we go pick it up, and of course the light's still on then. So I get scheduled to go back 2 days later, take it in the morning. So it's like, sweet, they have all day to work on it. They take it in, and I think I'm about to get out of work. Or no, actually I wasn't working that day, and they couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, alright, well then what was going on? Like, shit, I can't even remember my own story. They couldn't fix it. Or they couldn't figure out what was wrong. They said, we fixed the problem. I go pick it up. It's like maybe 2 o'clock. Okay, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They say it's fixed. So I'm like, awesome. So I go over there. Eddie drops me off. And
I'm her mom.
I get in the truck. He's like, oh, here you go. I'm like, sweet. So I get in. I start driving away. The light's still on. And I'm like, this was the whole point of taking it. I see the receipt they give you, and it said that they fixed the recall, which I didn't even know there was one. So there was a recall on something.
Wow.
But they fixed that, But I'm like, okay, I'm like, no, this is still not fixed. So I turn right back around, go back inside. I was like, okay, this thing's still on. Like, what's going on? And this guy's like, oh, okay, never mind. You're gonna have to leave it here again. We'll fix it. We'll give you a call. And I asked him, like, okay, well, it's 2:00. I work the next morning. Is it going to be ready by tonight? Because if not, I need to find a way to get to work. He's like, yeah, it'll be fixed. We'll give you a call. So I go back home. You don't pick me up. No, my dad picks me up. He works in the area. And I'm like, Dad, can you pick me up? I'll hang out with you because I know he does some side jobs after his job. And so I hang out with him for a bit. An hour and a half passes by, and he's like, all right, give him a call, see how it's doing. So I call him up, and this guy answers it, and I ask him, I was like, hey, well, how's my truck doing?
Like, what truck?
What vehicle you got? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's, he's like, we're still working on it. And he's like, well, is it going to be done by today? So I could stay in the area, because I live like 30 minutes away. Like, I don't want to have to make the drive back, the drive home if it's going to be ready soon. He's like, yeah, it'll be ready. So I was like, okay. My dad's like, let's go chill at the dealership and let's just wait. So we get down, we're sitting in the dealership. We're like kind of right behind the office of the service office. And like, okay, it's getting late. They're still working on it. I'm like, oh, well, they said they're gonna call me. It's gonna be ready by today. So we wait, and then it gets close to 7. The sun starts setting a little bit. And my dad's like, it's getting late. People are leaving. So it's like 7:10. One of the salesmen comes in here. He's like, because it's the lounge, so he went to go get something to drink. And he's like, wow, y'all are here pretty late. And then my dad's like, he's a very talkative man. He starts chatting up the dude. He's like, yeah, my daughter, she brought in her Ford truck, Ford. He's a GMC man. Yeah, no, she brought him her truck, and they said it's going to be ready by today, and we're waiting. And the salesman's like, well, it's getting late. Why don't you go talk to him and see if it's ready, because it's getting late. So we walk over, nothing. It's closed. Everybody is gone.
Lights out.
Yeah.
Everything. Locked doors.
And you're supposed to get your truck
And
back?
I was supposed to get my truck back. They said it's going to be ready today. So sweet. No, they leave. I never got a call. Like, I would have, at least, if it's not going to be ready, I understand. At least give me a call and tell me it's not going to be ready so I can go home. And the salesman's like, you know what? No, that's not right. So we get in contact with one of the salesman managers, and he's like, he can't believe it either. So he's like, all right, well, I'm going to call the big time manager, or I don't know who we call it.
Like the general manager.
Yeah, and he's like, well, go in the back. Of course, he has all the keys. Go in the back and see if her truck's ready. Just give her the keys so she can go. So we all walk back there into the big area where they work in all the vehicles.
Like the Bay Area.
And he opens up like the little cabinet where all the keys are. And he's like, well, in this cabinet, they're ready to go. So do you see your keys in here? And I'm like, no. 2 cabinets down. He's like, oh, still need to be worked on. There's mine. So it's not ready. So I understand, like, some things take time. I'm an understandable person. But, like,
at least inform you, yeah.
Hard too.
Inform me, yeah.
Terrible customer service. Ridiculous.
And so they had told me, like, if the service people, they told me if it's not going to be ready, maybe we can try giving you we can loan you a car.
Yeah,
But that won't happen until the next morning because we don't have any at the time. So we'll let you know. There are those words again. So like, okay. So the manager, the salesman manager, he's like, all right, well, that's not cool. He understands. He's upset himself. And he's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to tell one of my guys. He's going to get you a vehicle so you can go home and so you can get to work. And it's this, oh my gosh. It was a nice vehicle. I don't know. It was like either a 2020 or 2021 Ford Explorer. And
I would have been like Mustang or bust.
Nah, I was like, literally whatever. I don't care. As long as I have a vehicle. And then he brings that out. And I'm like, damn. That thing, honestly, too bougie for me. It's too bougie for me. Like, I'm a simple person. Like,
I don't want massage leather seats.
Yeah.
I don't need them.
Mini fridge and everything.
I ain't going to pay for that. But I get inside and I'm like, damn. It's like wood trim in the front. there was like, you know, a little TV, so you can like change the radio or any of the settings. And then leather seats. In the back, I had 2 in the middle and then 3 in the back. It was pretty long, and I was like, a lot of people can fit in here and comfortably.
That's awesome.
And I'm driving home, and I noticed like, wow, why is my ass cold? I couldn't figure it out. I was like, why is my ass cold? I was like, is it wet? Like this? Was there like water on the seat? I get home.
It's a family show. Okay, it isn't, but
No, not at all.
grain of salt,
My legs.
everybody.
Have a
My
shock
legs
collar
were-
on. No!
You brought that on
You
yourself.
fuck it.
Ready?
Yes, I've been ready. Oh god, it's close to the artery.
I'm ready.
Oh, you suck. Don't you dare touch it.
That was a lot.
Everybody!
Oh, it breaks.
Oh my
No,
We're
yeah.
gonna run out of charge by the end of this.
I'm ready.
So I get home and then finally like I'm safe, I'm stopped. I tried to figure out what all these buttons do, and there's actually like freaking AC and heat in the seats, and I'm like,
Oh, I thought it was just in general. Like, great.
yes, in general.
Well,
What a time to be alive.
The front had its own AC, the back had its own AC, and then the seats had their own, and I was like, okay, this is too bougie for me. Like, give me back my truck. That's all I want.
That is impressive.
You gotta
because
love
I've never heard of
SUVs.
like seat colders, just seat warmers.
Seat warmers,
Yeah.
Coolers.
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 Trademark.
English, he knows
Hit me
them.
up for it.
Got a lot of ideas up here.
But it was nice. So like after all of that, like I was like, okay, you know what? At least I have a vehicle, and it's a nice vehicle. I get home, I tell my mom, you need to get in here and you need to see this because this thing is nice.
Sell the house for getting this thing.
Everybody in the truck now.
Yeah, we're gonna sell your car and we're gonna buy this. But
Put your house up for collateral.
it was nice. Like it must have been very expensive because it was like, it's not like the original. It's like the
Like the platinum, I guess.
platinum
Yeah.
edition.
Let's look up how much a platinum Ford Explorer
You see,
costs.
most of the Ford Explorers I've seen, they've never been like year up to date. I've seen a bunch of them, especially down here in the valley. They're all like the
The
2014,
older
2012
ones,
versions, and yeah, and they're not bad. They're not bad. They're very, very awesome vehicles. My mom had them for the longest
They're
time.
good vehicles, like for families. Like
Yeah.
that one was spacious, so like you could put like the car seat in the back. It should have plenty of space. It'll be easy for you to take it in and out.
It was 6 seats, right? Like I think
3,
like.
4, 5. Well, it was 3 in the back, 2 in the middle, and then 2 in the front.
Something like
Oh,
this.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
Got a picture of
that one, a 2020 Ford Explorer.
60K, right? I'm gonna say 60.
MSRP is 52,730 according to.
52,000. That was nice. So I was driving a 52,000 vehicle, and I was like, you know what? This kind of makes up for it.
It's like, I'm
And-
not mad anymore.
I'm not
I'm not that
that mad anymore,
They're
but
trying their best.
they're trying to make my
Make amends.
make amends. And then they also are like, okay, I'm gonna give you this little paper. This is my card. So if you have any problem, you can call me again. I'm not gonna be working tomorrow, but here's my card. And he wrote in the back and he gave me like, okay, for your truck, whenever it's done, we'll fill up your gas tank, which is cool. And I was like, fuck, what? Like, did I just fill up my tank? but not like they
Take
filled
a
up.
little trip.
$3.
Yeah.
They filled up like
Great.
half, at least half. So I was like, okay, good. It's kind of worth
Yeah,
it.
in this economy, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, just take it for the night, go to work, take it to work, and then bring it back. And I was like, sweet. Hopefully by tomorrow, I usually get out of work at 2. Hopefully my truck will be ready because I know we had wanted to hang out again. Or that was our first time hanging out. Like, I think Allan just got there that day. It was a Thursday.
Mhm.
We were gonna go bowling. So I was like, sweet. Hopefully I can have my truck back so I can go bowling. So I think 1 hour before I get out of work, I get a call from the guy. And I don't know if anybody told him, but he didn't say like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, like, we didn't call you or anything. He was just like, this is Andrea, blah, 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 your truck, it's not ready yet. He asked me some questions about it. And he was like, has anybody taken off your driver's seat? Like, taking it out from where it is to, like, mess with anything underneath. And I'm
I
like,
bought it from you guys.
no, I didn't buy it from them. I bought it from another dealership, which I didn't go to get it serviced because I didn't have a good time there either. So I take it to this other place.
Changing shells.
We're not affiliated with them, and at least I'm not. Nobody here is,
No.
as I'm
No.
aware. But normally, people here in the valley, when they get their Fords, they get from a certain dealership called Hacienda, and I've never heard a single bad thing over there. Like 'cause my sister got her Ford Fusion from there, and every time we go, it's like they'll give you like, here's some water, do you want some popcorn? You're like, the hell are you doing with popcorn?
Put your feet up on the furniture. It's all
Pretty
right.
much. They always have the
Don't
face
use
and
the
everything.
booster.
But when Andrea told us where she got hers, everyone's like, why didn't you get it from here?
Well, the reason I got my vehicle from that one dealership was because I wanted a used one. Obviously, I had no need for a new vehicle, and that was the only dealership that had a used one that I really liked. I was hoping to find a truck that had both 4x4 and cruise control, but there wasn't a used one that I liked that had both. So I had to settle for cruise control, which I use a lot more. I drive a lot long distances more, so that it's smarter. So I bought it from that place. First, I have a horrible time from there. Like one of the taillights was out, so that needed to get fixed. But they're like, they didn't have one in stock, so I had to go back. But they took forever to call me. I had to call them like so many times to get it fixed. And then they told me they were gonna give me another key, but they never did. They didn't write it down. So like, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't write it down. So it ain't gonna happen. So I only have one key for my truck, so I can't lose that one. So I was like, you know what? I've had such a bad experience there. Yeah, I've had such a bad experience there, so I'm gonna go with this other place because it's the same dealership my dad bought his truck, but just like the Ford area. But then I forget. Oh, okay. He called the service guy calls me. He's like, well, something went wrong, like because he asked me about the seat.
He's like, that was already there.
Let's see what I got here.
He's like, have you taken it out? I'm like, no. Did you buy a new or used? And I was like, used. And he's like, well, someone must have taken it out because
There's a bomb underneath.
but the sense.
Succeed. Keanu Reeves is like, there's a bomb in it. Sorry. I guess I get shocked for that. Yeah.
We need these brakes. But someone had cut the sensor underneath the chair to see, so that the airbags know, like, oh, someone's on here. Let's go off in case something happens. Which honestly, I don't understand. Like, wait, I might be wrong.
Yeah, it registers your weight. Yeah, that's what it
They must have done it by accident because I have no idea why you would ever want to take that off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and because he says like the service guy was like someone must have like was working on the carpet underneath or something, but it's cut. So we got to get that whole part where like the seat slides forward and back. That whole bottom part needs to be replaced, and that's about like $1,000, a little over $1,000. And I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you shouldn't be the one to pay for that because
shouldn't.
you bought it used
the
from
other.
them.
And this happened to Bradley as well when he purchased his Mustang. So he made sure before paying anything that they fixed the issues prior to purchasing.
I know, but this is my first like purchase of a vehicle.
This is the airbags we're talking about, though.
Yeah.
No, but this is my first big purchase, so I was so excited to buy a truck. And I think, in my excitement, I had overlooked that. Because I test drove it, and in my excitement, I didn't see it. And if I had seen it, I would have told them, like, okay, like, well, what's this? I'm not going to buy it if this light's on. But, in my excitement.
If anything, they shouldn't have sold it to you, period.
Exactly, which is why, like, no, I'm never going to that place again. You want to buy a Ford truck? Don't go there. But, so, they're in talks with somebody about, so that they can find the part, and hopefully that they can have those people cover the costs, which they better do.
Somebody has to. That isn't you.
Yes,
If not, the dealership itself needs to be the one to do it because that is some horse shit, honestly.
I definitely resonate with that story, especially when you said that it was your first vehicle. My first vehicle was a Mustang GT. It was a 2002, but it was a blue title. So yeah, you can only imagine like the kind of crap I got into. Yeah, apparently it was a convertible, and then I didn't know that when I bought it, the hood didn't come back down, and then the back window of the back window of like the rear window was like slanted
a convertible that doesn't convert. That's some bull.
Yeah, it was a V8 though.
Oh, that makes me.
Nah, but yeah, it was my first car, and I was dead set like, you know what, first car, I'm in the valley, Mustangs. Everybody likes Mustangs, right? I liked one, so I got one, and it was a piece of shit. I was way too
Aw.
excited. I paid like $1,500 for it.
All right, put in the first.
From a girl in San Benito who was like gonna skip town next week with the money I pay her because I called her.
James Dean leather jacket.
Yeah, she's like, well, it's because I need the money because I'm moving up north. I'm like, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Give me the car. And then, oh Lord, no, that car was a whole thing of itself. At one point, I had to fix something with it. I actually jury rigged it back to like it's into decent condition. I'm not gonna say it was great because it wasn't. And I ended up losing the keys at Macy's because I went to try on some pants.
Oh,
no.
And why would my dumb ass go and like put on new pants and then take the stuff out of my pockets and put it in these pants I'm trying on and not buying?
So yeah,
What?
I know.
You deserve that.
What?
This was a long time.
Hold
ago.
on, let me
And-
see how good these pants look. But how good does my wallet look in them?
Pot may or may not have played a big part in this.
But no, yeah, that's
Illegal.
my-
No.
no, it's, but no, yeah, that's my like. I can resonate with. I understand. Yeah, when you get your first car, sometimes you don't pay attention to everything because the excitement. You
Yeah.
want your car. It's your baby.
My first car was a 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee, which I knew all the problems. As a matter of fact, Eric learned how well I got to learn that
Good
car.
Good times.
So, every once in a while, I say that, but it was pretty often, on the expressway, whenever we were going at least 75 miles an hour, the gauges would all shut off. Everything electronic just, boom, off. And then I remember Eric was like freaking out, like, holy shit, what's going on? I'm like, don't worry, I got it. I pulled the key back, I put it in neutral, put the key back, I opened the door, I slammed it, turned the engine back on, and then put it in drive, and everything turns back on. And he's like, how the fuck are you supposed to figure that out?
How did you figure that out?
Do you have OCD or something?
I don't remember how I figured it out.
Even the truck has OCD.
I think my dad told me, but even then he doesn't remember how he figured it out. So he's just like,
Hey,
so yeah, just if your gauges turn off and you're in the middle of the expressway, don't pull over. Okay, you should pull over, but
I hope so.
so put it in
Grain
neutral,
of salt.
turn the engine off, open the door, slam it, turn the engine back on, and put it in drive. Everything should be good.
And you're just freaking out in the passenger seat?
No, he's just
Yeah,
praying to
I
God.
was like,
he's just praying to God.
He never told me about this information.
Hey, bright side and all of that is I don't think anybody's gonna steal it and get far. It's
True.
like, oh,
Yeah.
what's
Oh,
going on?
That truck had its issues.
It's like no
man.
panel.
I do miss it, man. I did have some. When we sold it eventually, even with all its issues, I did get a little
You
depressed.
sold the memories, Eddie. You sold the memories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we traded it in for a 2015 Silverado,
That was
which was
pretty
brand
fucking
new.
Nice. It had a Borla exhaust.
the Borla dual tip exhaust. It was.
Jesus Christ.
It sounded super nice. Boiler.
Broiler. I was like, wow.
It's like we're making burgers and shit in your truck.
Here's why you drive.
The future's now.
We sold it for that, but though the truck was in my name, it was mainly my parents' name. We just used my credit to get it, which they let me drive it every once in a while, but they gave me the 2009 Impala 3.9 liter V6, which was actually more fun than it sounds, but that thing was cursed. It had 3 engines in the time that I had it. Something you should know about those engines, like 2006, from what I'm aware, from 2006 to 2012, Chevy Motors just boiled or like just evaporated their oil. Like, so normally cars will leak oil or they'll burn oil. Like, no, the oil was just gone.
Wow.
So I had to keep refilling it with oil, and I couldn't keep up. That's what happened with the motor. I couldn't keep up with it. But then eventually I fell asleep on the on the road and I crashed it. So that Impala's gone. Honestly, I'm kind of happy it's gone. Like when we sold the Jeep, I was like kind of sad. I mean, I was a little sad with the Impala, but it was more of the circumstances surrounding the situation.
Mm-hmm.
What year was it again?
2009. My car after that,
Good year for Impala.
I bought in cash was a 2010 Mercury Milan, basically a Ford Focus, Ford Fusion.
Fusion, yeah.
Fusion,
it's
right?
a Fusion.
Uh,
The inside's the same.
which I still have, but it's my dad's now. I drive the blue Silverado.
Did you buy that one out of like necessity of a vehicle, or you're like,
Milan?
I freaking love this Milan. We gonna
But
get
I think
it.
Oh fuck no! I needed a car.
It was a perfect timing, yeah, because you said you had some buddies in Mexico that were selling it too, right?
I don't know if I can say this.
Yeah, as soon as he said it, I saw that little sketch.
It was a fire sale. Everything must go.
Literally. No, it's
Off
Mexico.
Okay, like we.
Tony Hente.
We're not gonna see the actual place. I'm just saying Mexico.
We smuggled it over here. We kind of smuggled it over here, but it's legal.
Look, it's
There's no-
that's like that. It's Texas.
You needed a vehicle. There was one.
No.
Now you got it.
Yeah, no.
It works.
There's nothing illegal about that. Okay.
Well,
Shut up.
well, the border patrol was so weird about it.
That one was like at my throat.
They made me super nervous about it because I was like, "What's going on? Like, I don't understand why everything's so weird." I guess they just thought we had drugs.
Yeah.
So they turned the car inside out. Obviously, didn't find any drugs. So I don't do anything like that. And well, we brought it over. I'm just like,
It's just a random check, sir.
Did they smack it up from the inside? Did they pull some seats apart?
yeah. They like pulled the seats out. Like,
Assholes.
the inside.
And
I was
they
like,
don't pay.
Damn.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I mean, they put everything back at least. But I was just like, obviously, I didn't have put anything in there, but a part of me was like, how much does my dad trust these buddies? Like, because we might be screwed here, but we were fine.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Everything's legal. Everything's good on our end. We still have the car. Like I said, I gave it to my dad, but and it works. I've had some trouble here and there, but I think the most fun trouble I had was when some cables came out of the bottom of the car.
I was there.
Oh yeah.
I was there.
I don't know. I don't know when this happened, but it just like.
In front of Top Golf. Yeah.
So whenever when I was driving, they would just grind on the cables, and it just so happened it was the power steering that just. We were driving to Top Golf. Eric was there waiting for us, and the cable just finally it just tore up, and I'm over here driving, and then I'm like, uh-oh,
It's stiff.
it just got super stiff.
Turn it.
So I had to like turn it like real slow. I pulled up next to a fire station. I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out what's wrong.
Well, if it catches on fire, you're good. You parked
Yeah,
like one of the
true.
best places.
I get underneath the car. I'm like, oh shit, it's the cable, the power steering cable. But how am I supposed to fix it? So what I did, I opened up the trunk and I had some of my tools in there, and I had like a little screw that I just, you know what? Let me try this. I wrapped one half of the cable around the top and the other half of the cable around the bottom, and
To conduct.
try to like bring the cables up and then zip tied it to like the frame, and it worked.
It worked.
It worked. I MacGyvered it back together, and then eventually we got it fixed for real. But on the way home, the screw came off again, so I had to do it again.
Back to it.
But it works. As far as I'm aware, the only thing that I had to fix recently was the switches of the seat switches on the driver's side. You can move it forward, but you can't move it back. And I'm 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I had to drive it like this, essentially.
Oh.
Like, oh shit. Well, my dad would drive it since he's not as,
Incredible.
my dad's not as
Yeah.
my dad's not as tall as I am. He's like about here to me. So he was able to drive it a little more comfortably. So normally when we'd use the car to do something, I had to be in the passenger seat. He'd be driving. But I finally decided, you know what? I'll fix it for him. I bought the $40 part, which is at O'Reilly's was $40. At another one, again, I'm not affiliated with O'Reilly's, but at another auto parts store, it was like $140. I'm like, what the hell is the difference? But I got it to work. Everything works fine. Even I can drive it comfortably now. The only thing I can really say, the motor and the exhaust sound surprisingly nice for a V6 like that. But
Was that the final engine that you put in there?
I've never had to change the engine.
You said you went through 3.
No, that was the
Impala.
Impala.
Oh, the Impala, yeah.
This car's
Don't you have to open your window, reach out?
not anymore.
Not anymore? Okay, you fixed
Oh
that.
yeah,
Just do all your cars.
the inside of like the door handle broke, so we had to fix
I
that.
remember he was leaving my place, and then like there was this, I don't know, this is like a loose wiring in the left headlight.
Oh!
And he would have to start the car, and it would just go out, and then he would get out of the car, smack it really hard, and it would work. But this time, right when he was about to take off, the door shuts.
Oh,
Keys are inside,
I locked
and
myself
it
up.
locks.
Oh no. Oh,
Ladies
no.
and gentlemen, there are car problems, and then there are our car problems.
That's a Wadi experience
Yeah,
right there. Because
definitely.
after an hour and a half of finally trying their hardest to open up the car door, I'm like, finally, I get inside, close the door, the light goes out.
Yeah.
And he already knows I'm pissed. I'm just done. I'm in a terrible mood. He's over here kind of like smiling, just like, I sympathize with you, bro.
But he's enjoying himself. He
But
doesn't
he's
have to
kind
do
of enjoying
anything.
himself. By this point, like I said, I'm frustrated.
He
I'm
just
done
puts
with
the
it.
fog lights on.
I again, like I had to punch it, but I was so furious. I punched it, and I think to this day it's still cracked. But the light came on.
Wow.
The light came on? Wow.
The light came on, but I had to like hit it over and over again. Finally, the last time I like hit it, I cracked it. I'll take a pictures tomorrow, see if I can see if it's still cracked at least. But the next day, I was like, okay, I gotta fix it. I gotta see what's wrong. Well, okay, first off, I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they designed this car. My Impala, it's not like I had aftermarket HIDs, you know, and I got cheap ones, so you know they're gonna mess up. So I'd have to open up the hood, pull out the, you know, the projector, and mess with the housing and things like that. With the Milan, what you have to do is you open up the. You don't even have to open up the hood, but I did just in case. You have to, if it's on the left side, you have to turn the wheel to the extreme to the right, all the way to the right. So that way you can open up the wheel well and go behind the tire. You have to go like in front of the tire underneath the fender to get to the inside. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What am I doing? This is so stupid. Well, I finally got into the projector. I pulled the bulb out and I looked at the I thought it was the bulb, but it immediately became clear it was the housing for the bulb, you know, where you connect the bulb to. It disintegrated in my hands.
What?
It was completely burnt out.
Oh my
snap.
god. Like,
There has to be a subreddit for problems like that. I'm just saying.
I read through all of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys would get like upvotes to
It was insane. But it was just charred, rusty, and black, and it just like dust.
oh my god.
Infinity Stone.
So I had to go immediately to the auto parts store because I didn't want to take it for something like that, something that stupid. I go and I had to ask them for, you know, the housing for the wiring, and I had to rewire it myself. But eventually got it to work. It works just fine. That's the last major problem I remember. But man, was it annoying. Oh jeez.
I'm not even gonna talk about my truck problems.
Oh man, that's another hour.
That's a whole hour segment.
Yeah.
What's your
Eric's-
truck's name? What's your truck's name?
Fred. I
Fred.
call him Fred.
Yeah,
I
I
like
Little
that.
truck.
We should all name our vehicles right now.
If I had one.
If I had one.
What's your vehicle?
Well, it's like 6 months old. You gotta name it.
Oh, well, I have there's an app for Ford, the Ford Pass, and it has like a nickname. And I didn't know what to put. Like, I don't know. I don't really like naming things. But I was online with Wadi, and I was asking him, I was like, what should I put for the nickname? He's like, Texas, because it's the Texas Ranger. So I was like, all right, that's his name.
Oh yeah, that's what I remember saying that.
Truck Norris. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. No,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
No, but I just have Texas. Yeah, so Texas Ranger.
It's a beautiful truck.
It's not.
Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
it's tactical as hell.
I thought you were gonna say tacky.
No.
It's like, what a douche.
Compliment the woman.
It's so my dad. He had bought I think one of the last Ford Rangers that they had made because they stopped making Ford Rangers in 2011.
That's not my kids.
So he bought one of them, and I ended up driving it a lot. I would drive it to high school. I drove me and my younger sister to school every morning. So it's kind of like my truck. And then I went off to college, and I mean, I couldn't take it, so I left it there. But then we had to get rid of it. We had to part ways with it. And I've always liked them, you know, because I would drive that for like a year or two, and I fell in love with the Ranger. But then, of course they stopped making it. And I was busy with school and everything, so I didn't really think about it. One time I'm home, and then they start advertising. New 2019 Ford Ranger. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was telling myself, I'm going to buy that truck. And at the time, I was working, but I wasn't making enough money to save it. So it felt like me buying it was gonna be like, it felt like I wasn't ever gonna buy it. And then I started this other job, and I've been saving a lot of money, and I was like, you know what, it's finally doable. I can finally buy it. And that's why I was so excited to buy it, because it's a Ford Ranger. These are my trucks, and I like it. It's nice. I always wanted a truck so I can have space to carry things, but not a big truck. So it's perfect, and I love it. I love my Ford Ranger. I love my Texas Ranger.
It's a big go-to vehicle down here. A lot of people really like that brand of truck. It's very dependable. I remember even the older ones. A lot of people used to get the older ones.
Not yours, but
Okay. Well, mine has only started in problems because of people being stupid. I don't know who.
What should I name my truck? Probably
Billy.
I'm thinking like Old Smoky.
Old Smoky, I like that.
Old Smoky because
the Moonshine Blue Lightning.
No, I was thinking Old Smoky because we've only had it for like a week at this point. He already knows.
Try to be ironic.
Already something.
Alan doesn't know.
I don't think I know.
Alan doesn't know what's going on.
We've only had it for like a week tops. And it's time for the gender reveal party. Was it the gender reveal or the diaper party? It was the gender reveal.
It was the gender reveal party, yeah.
For Emily, before she was
Aw.
born. So
Which
I
was
volunteered.
Which was a surprise proposal.
Yeah, that's when he
That
proposed.
was nice.
It was really nice.
Nobody saw it coming. I loved it.
That's nice.
So I volunteered to help bring the food to the venue. Brisket. And a lot of it.
I like this.
Oh, I know what happens.
No, wait. No.
Play the clip of The Office with the chili.
No! Brisket! No, really?
So what happens is I pick up the brisket, I put it on the back seat. I'm not gonna put it in the truck bed because it's just gonna slide all over the place.
It's food. You don't want that outside either.
Yeah. It leaks everywhere.
Oh.
There's barbecue sauce everywhere. It's stained. It almost stained. Luckily we cleaned it, but it smelled like brisket for weeks.
It almost sounds like you're complaining about it.
No, it doesn't.
I
It
don't think
doesn't
you
smell like that.
want
Well,
it to smell like that.
What did you say it smelled like the other day?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Like, what did I say? I said something though.
It's like men's Dior or some
You're like,
shit.
oh my, I love the way it smells.
I love the way it sounds. I said something like that.
Yeah, that was to combat the brisket smell.
Oh.
Either
Yeah, I said it smells like men's body spray. That's what I said.
it was either have it smell like brisket
Or
or have it smell like men's body
Man,
spray.
I felt so bad. We were like steam cleaning it for like 3 hours after the party.
We had to like take some of the seats out and
Yeah.
get like inside because it was starting to rot, like
on the threads of the screw.
Yeah.
the threads of the screws and all that stuff.
That's the thing too. Like with your heat, that all those juices always just cooking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and they just
the
gonna
Texas
stink.
heat. It was summer too. Oh man. Luckily,
That's so
everything's all good now. It was just like how? How did this even happen? But
Yeah, that's another body experience. Yeah.
yeah,
Trying to do the right thing and then
I was just like, fuck me. A week after we bought it, and it's a brand new truck. Like it wasn't used. Fuck me.
Who
But-
better to ruin it than yourself? I mean, rather than somebody else do it for
I'd rather
you.
have nothing happen to it.
Oh, what? It's the pleasure. You might as well.
I'd rather have nothing happen
Just
to it, I
saying.
guess.
It's like freaking.
So I sued the meat
Guantanamo Bay
market.
over here.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
damn.
didn't.
No, but like, Blue Lightning wouldn't work because of the Ford Lightning that's coming out.
But it's a Chevy.
Yeah, exactly. You
Must
can't cross
figure
the
out the
names.
chips.
You
Mm.
know?
If I had a blue Ford Lightning, then yeah, I'd get it. But I caught Blue Lightning.
Would you though?
Would I get a Ford Lightning?
I like the way they look, man. I don't know.
What is this? The new fully electric
it
truck
looks
that's coming
exactly
out?
like the F-150, but it's
It's all electric.
It
Didn't
looks
Biden
nice.
drive it in a commercial or like
Well, not a
We
commercial.
do not speak of that.
we don't see. He who shall not be named. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I deserve that one. We agree. No politics.
But would I get it? I'm not sure.
I
When
don't
it comes to electric vehicles, I drive very far, very often. So, personally for me, like the thing that gets me is the charging time. If I'm driving, like say to Chicago, we were able to make that trip in like less than 20, like probably 26 hours. And we didn't stop at a hotel or anything. We just fucking kept going.
Ours. That's why.
I'll turn up the power on that thing.
Thank you. This hurts enough.
Both of y'all reached that so
Just slap it away. Like, no.
Dang, it does look nice. This is my first time really looking at it. It has like the lights
Yeah.
straight across. That looks clean.
And I have nothing wrong with it. I have no real gripe with it, just how
got a
long it
front.
takes to charge.
It's got a front.
Like I said, we were able to make that trip in 26 hours. And whenever we need to stop for gas, just a few minute thing, and then go. But with electric cars, electric vehicles, it's going to take a lot longer, at least half an hour. Was it like normal? Well, no, it's like typically vehicles
I think
take
it's
like
like
what?
40 minutes for a
Like
full
over 40
charge
minutes?
thing.
And that's a while, especially when
Yeah.
you're on like a
Like you want to
long
get a move
trip
on.
and you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's the only like appropriate time to spend at a gas station when you're at Buc-ee's or something.
yeah, Buc-ee's, because you're going to be like, for
Be a
those
while.
of you that don't know, like in non-Texas, Buc-ee's is like this gas station we have here.
Huge.
It's huge. It's like
It's like the mecca of gas stations. It's like a big.
it's like if
deal.
Walmart was a gas station.
Never
Oh,
understood
yeah.
the hype till I actually got there, and I loved it.
Yeah, I took him. I
Yeah.
took you to their first time at Buc-ee's, and their food is amazing. We're not affiliated with them, but
If they want us to be. That's-
I wish.
No, but yeah.
The next
But-
episode, Buc-ee.
Yeah, we all have Bucky shirts.
But it's not something I'm really taking seriously until the charge time gets slower, because I got like. Because when I worked at the refineries, I had a deadline to be there, and these guys know. Like last year, on my birthday, we got a call, and my dad was like, "Hey, get your stuff ready, because tomorrow morning," and he was telling me this at 7 p.m. He's like, "Tomorrow morning we leave for Chicago." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." So, and I'd have to be there like at a certain time. Sometimes, like with my final job here, I had to go from Oklahoma down here and start working on paperwork the next morning. So I have to like get there. I don't have time to like stay at a hotel, then continue the drive the next morning. Like I kind of have to do it then. And with an electric vehicle, like especially now, if I'm gonna be doing like film, I'm gonna have to make deadlines, get to certain places. I mean, I'll probably fly everywhere, but I like to drive.
It's
So-
nice sometimes.
That's always been my thing. I drive everywhere. Like one of my favorite things to do, or my favorite thing ever that I've ever done so far driving, was going to Wyoming, Yellowstone, and then I always thought I'd never be able to do this, but driving with a cliffside directly on, like
Must have
on
been
the side of the
beautiful.
thing, it was beautiful.
Right,
I
me
want to
too.
take. I want to take you guys.
I want to go.
I really want to
yeah.
take you guys.
We were
But,
talking about it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, when the charge, like it, I'm not against electric vehicles. I'll get one eventually, but when the charging gets faster, and it's gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah, it
we
has
all
to.
know, like the technology's there. It's gonna keep improving. Everyone's gonna go electric. For me to be like, no, I'm not going electric, blah blah blah. Like, it just means you're out of touch. Personally, that's what I
no,
think.
that's
I
where the
think I'll
money's
get
at,
one.
too.
You know, I don't
Eventually.
travel that much on a day-to-day basis, and like you're like,
True.
yeah, you're just gonna charge at the end of the night, you know.
Yeah,
By the
that's
time
the
I
only.
get
That's the
there.
main thing for me, is that my traveling and how much I do it. So like, I know some people that like they've had their vehicles for like 6 years, and they're like, yeah, I'm only at like 50,000 miles. I'm like, we've only had this vehicle for 2, and we're almost at 100,000. Like, shit. My Jeep, when I sold it eventually, I still remember. I missed taking a picture of it, but I got it to 300,000 miles.
Wow! Oh my god!
You sold that one recently?
No, this
No,
was
this was
back in
a
2015.
while back.
Which sucks because it was right after I had put some aftermarket projectors on it, and it had like little rings. It actually de-aged the vehicle by like 2 years. Like it looked newer. It still looked like old as fuck. But man, yeah, that's what's keeping me from getting an electric vehicle. Like I like the concept. I like the way I do like the way it looks. I used to not like Ford F-150s the way they look, but lately I'm like, okay, I've always been a GM guy for Chevy, GMC, but for like looking at the new F-150s, I'm like, okay, I'd be crazy to get one and complain about it. I mean, you say what you will about its durability, but then again, I drive GM. So,
Yeah.
no, but your truck's 10 years old, 20 years old, so
20 years old. He's still kicking.
it's 20
that's
years
why he's
old, you're
Fred.
just like, I have problems.
There's a lot of memories in that thing. I don't think I'll ever give it up, but it's not my decision, you know. I'm doing you guys know about the problems it had, so I'm doing a full restoration, and then I'm gonna give it back to my dad, and then I'll just buy another truck.
Get the Lightning.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'll just get the Lightning.
Mhm.
It
And
looks
then I'll
nice.
then I'll take care of the road trips.
Who knows? Who knows? By the time I might get a car, it might just be electric. So all I could get. So screw it. I might just be getting an electric vehicle.
Put my truck in the trailer. This has a battery pack.
He's gonna use it
Now
on
that's
his PS4. No,
camping.
is that I need to charge my vape?
The babe I can never find. The babe I can never find. Yeah, big thing. I vape. I like to vape, and yeah, I usually
get it.
I lose my vape. I lose my vape a lot. I lose a lot of things a lot.
Oh my goodness. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you like this?
Do you guys really want me to go into the camera? No, I'm just.
I don't think we have enough time.
Yeah, I know we do not. That's actually a good.
We only have like
segment
half
for
an hour
another
left, so.
Alan's like, my father was a drinker.
It all started when I was born. My parents weren't there. I'm just like, no, yeah.
Both my parents missed my birthday.
Yeah. It's funny.
Your mom was like, don't need it.
They're like at Luby's.
I tried Luby's for the first time recently.
How? There's still one here?
No, they
Yeah.
shut it down.
Yeah.
Oh, they closed it down?
Yeah,
Oh, for good
like,
reason.
I'm
It
like-
fucking sucked.
I'm like, yeah.
They're
that-
bankrupt, didn't they?
Yeah,
Bankrupt.
I mean,
They
their
got
business model was
canceled.
abysmal.
I was like, dude, hospital food's better.
Yeah, like, are you like it was like a cafeteria that didn't that served like lackluster food, but was trying to be like a nice like kitchen, like a nice restaurant
I'd
environment.
rather be at Golden Corral.
Yeah, it was like a worse
Their
Golden
targeted
Corral.
taste buds were for like, you know, older
Senior
people.
citizens.
Yeah. People who buy New Balance white shoes, you know what I'm saying?
Brunch specials, you know the drill.
Yeah.
They appeal to that demographic.
We're not targeting
And, you know,
anybody.
COVID.
It's just the
happens.
truth.
I like Luby's.
I did too.
My-
No, yeah, no, Luby's isn't that bad.
Cause when I went to school for college, my roommate, she subscribed. Hey, Vanessa, if you're watching, she would invite me like, oh, let's go eat. Like we don't have anything, we don't have class, we don't have work. Let's go eat. And it always like sometimes most of the time it'd just be me and her, and we'd go to Luby's, and it was nice, it was chill, and we'd enjoy the environment. Nobody would bother us. It's a good memory. It's a good memory. I like the food. I didn't think it was that bad.
Is the one at the mall still there?
I don't think so, because I went with my mom and I think it's gone.
And as far as,
Hashtag find Luby's.
as far as I know, Annie Ann's, they're not the
Pretzels?
mall. Yeah.
Really?
There's no more
What?
pretzels at the mall?
Yeah,
They don't have it up north.
My wife made it a mission to get one because she was like, I want a pretzel. I was like, okay, then we'll just go to Sonic. She's like, no, not Sonic.
The pretzel.
No, this is good chance.
Okay, yeah. So we're like, okay, we'll go to the mall. We'll check all three of the Annie Ann stores.
None of them.
None of them.
Seriously? Huh.
Hey, that's a walk. You
That's
went around
like-
the mall looking, you didn't
Yeah.
find one? I'd be over that pretzel as soon as I'm
Yeah,
out.
the mall kind
Yeah.
of doubled in size, really.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't been there. Haven't been there in years. Is
All
it
right,
that
well-
big?
It's
Yeah.
new. There's a lot of new stores. It's nice.
Emily had
Oh,
fun,
you
though.
go, McAllen. Keep rocking.
yeah, why are we going to be like,
I don't know.
all right, great.
I'm
Our
glad
local,
I get it for things I didn't think I would.
our local economy is growing. Woo!
Shut up.
You bastard. I knew you'd do it.
But yeah, like if anything, the valley has been growing pretty well. I I think the catalyst for it mainly was when Main Event,
Kicked it up.
the arcade here, the Main Event Entertainment. Ever since then, like we started seeing more businesses here.
David Buster's, the Top
David
Golf.
Buster's, Top Golf.
Another place I gotta go to, Top Golf.
Yeah, yeah, it's been growing pretty quickly lately, and
Without Elon Musk. He just like doubled.
well, he's a little bit over in Brownsville, but yeah,
Yeah,
it
he's got
did
$2
help.
million for Brownsville. Was it $2 million? But
But did he buy Browns?
what would
He bought Brownsville.
What did he give them? Like 200 G's?
He don't know more. Or I think it was like in the millions that
Yeah.
he donated.
He donated millions, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He
go
wants
Brownsville.
he wants the valley to love him, but
Hey,
who knows?
go figure, right?
Time will tell.
Mm.
Hey, it looks like he's liking it. He's a little chunkier. Looks like yeah, he's a little chunky. The tacos must be good.
I like the food.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he's eating his feelings. No, yeah, it's awesome that we have we have a person like that in the valley. I only believe the valley's just gonna keep on growing exponentially.
Yeah, say-
for the
for
next few
sure.
years.
Say what you will about Elon Musk. I mean,
Yeah, he's
it,
down
it
there.
has helped us. It's
Yeah.
helped the region, and a lot of people.
I mean, let's face it, nobody knew we were on the map at all.
Yeah,
So-
and that's bringing so many jobs to the valley, especially like for blue collar workers. It's awesome.
Even in the industry I worked with, like me as a pipe fitter, I get a lot of questions. Like there was a chance that I could have worked over at SpaceX, or on SpaceX's project over there. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I knew some people that went off to work over there, and they said, well, like, I don't remember if they said it was great or not, but I just remember saying or knowing that there's a chance I could work at SpaceX's project in Brownsville. But fuck that. I'm done with that job. I'm retired. Woo.
I'm retired. Woo!
Seeking
But
employment. I just got over.
what did you miss most about being back here? I gotta say, because you were just talking about like the food and all that stuff.
To be honest,
Oh, chill. He's getting. He's talking about the valley.
what do I miss about the valley? I'm a grandma's boy. I'm very close with my cousin.
There you go.
So a big aspect of what I missed was my family. But another thing that I really missed about the valley was my culture. I love the Hispanic culture. I love my family's history. I love everything that comes in with my heritage. And I feel like the valley, as a Hispanic, it's synonymous with us. Like you're home. It's you have and it's not. I feel like the valley's just home for everyone. If whatever culture you are, you'll find a place here. And I've always liked the valley because of that. We embrace our Hispanic heritage. You know, we have the Basilica, which is a place. I mean, I'm not very religious, but it's part of my background. And
He
I
bought a
miss that.
$3 sombrero the other day.
Yeah, I'm about it. Yeah, there was a lady. She came around selling $5 hats. I only had $3, but sweetheart, she ended up selling me the hat, and I wore it. Yeah, I paid
And now he has lice.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
that would
Don't
be-
tell people that. No, I'm just playing. But no, yeah, my
You really shouldn't have bought it.
the hat. No,
Yeah.
I don't even have it.
It was so dirty. The
Yeah,
one
it
was
was
like stained.
with like fruit punch.
Wow.
Doesn't even look like she likes fruit punch. But culture, big part of my identity, and that's why I like being home. Like the music, the people. I'm friends with artists. A lot of people I know they work in different forms of entertainment, especially down here. I have friends who are DJs and stuff. Like it comes all full circle with music, with art, with the food, with the people, with the religion, with
familiar.
with familiar. Yeah, familiar.
The food makes it hard to diet down here.
Oh yeah,
Big
look
time.
at me. I'm just gonna get chunkier, and that's.
I
'cause
started
was
working out
losing
today.
weight.
I went to the gym earlier today before I got my eyes checked.
And where did she go to do your workout routine?
We're not affiliated with them either.
Good.
We need to stop talking about.
We
Companies.
need to stop voluntarily advertising things before
Yeah.
we get.
Yeah.
paid
I mean,
for it.
it's places that we like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, we love these places. We reference you. We love it.
I'm not gonna we're not getting any money from them, obviously, but that's where I went
It's all
to.
love.
I'm sore for my legs because I did mainly Okay.
No,
Don't,
keep
don't,
going.
don't.
I did mainly cardio. Well, all I did was cardio, not mainly. The stairs. I think I need to get new shoes because my feet were killing me, like the outer edges of my feet. I'm like, okay, obviously there's something wrong here, but I think I did the hardest part, starting it, because I've lost the weight before. I just gained it all back because I'd leave the valley, and then I come back, and then I'm just like craving everything again because it's like I haven't had this in months. Besides this guy, like
That's how it is. Yeah.
I got skinny and I got fit, and we go to the gym all the time. I still need to get that log.
We were diehard like
Gym
gym
bros.
freaks, yeah. Even after work, we just like go straight over there. We're all still tired, but we
Yeah.
still went.
That's
through it.
dedication.
Yeah, especially because both of us worked. No, it's just him. But we were like lifting heavy boxes, and then after we're done, we're like, "Bro, let's go pump some iron.
Y'all are some
Let's get some
Gotta get
protein."
the pump.
We spent some ungodly amount of time at GNC. Oh man, it was kind of cringe to be honest. But
Hey, but
It
y'all
was an
look
experience.
good,
It was an
and y'all were
experience.
fit.
but yeah, eventually I gained it all back. But I'm determined. If anything, this will be a good way to call myself out, like editing these videos, because I am going to be editing these now, and seeing if I get bigger, then I'm just gonna not show up on camera anymore.
You're gonna be the new voice.
I'll just be.
I get here. He gets.
I'll be the new voice
You'll be the Jamie
from right there, sitting just 5 feet away. But no, this will be a good way to call myself out. Like, all right, I need to actually keep up. Like I said, if anything, the hardest thing for me is the diet, because there's such a wide range of food here. Like, I've never had curry before.
There's
And
curry
some-
here now.
Well,
There's a place.
I think I
There
think I talked
has
to
to
somebody
be.
that was a
There
place
has
for
to be.
curry.
I've never had curry.
But I never had like calamari, which I recently had. Fried calamari.
It's delicious.
I don't know, all these different kinds of things, and then there's the stuff I grew up with, carnitas, like street style tacos and things like that. If anything, like you guys come often know that I cook like carnitas here, and I'll have like cookouts or
It's really hard.
fish fries.
Fish fry. That's
And it's not even just for me. It's just like because I love having people over. I love to cook. And
He's following his passions, guys. Leave him alone.
I was like agreeing. I love to cook.
yeah, that's one of the reasons we got along so well is
Yeah.
because we just start talking about cooking and things like that and movies and whatever. But it's not even about me eating this like unhealthy food. It's just like I love to cook it because I love to cook for other people. I think when you cook for other people, that's when food tastes the best. But I need to stop doing that. At least for a while. I'm not going to stop completely, but it's going to be a lot more sparse.
Alright, everybody, fuck all y'all. On me.
Yeah, well, I could just eat less of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could do less.
Proportions.
I'm going.
Less is more. Like less for you, more for us.
I'm to let you all know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going keto, which is something I've done before, and it worked for me.
What is keto?
Keto, you're avoiding carbs, mainly. As
And sugars, right?
carb sugars.
Yeah, they work. They go like hand in hand.
You could eat bacon on this diet, so it's not that bad.
That's the only thing you
It's
got
just like
from
it's
I
a
mean,
bunch of
it's
protein.
High fat, high protein.
I used to work with a female at the barbecue restaurant who used to follow the keto diet and stuff like that.
It's femoid.
I used to work with
So-
a female. You must know.
She had no.
Lacey, if you're out there, I'm sorry. But no, yeah, she would eat like sweet potatoes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It looked cool.
Oh, 'cause she was on keto?
Yeah.
Oh,
So she
okay.
would eat like sweet potatoes. She could
Oh.
have bacon and stuff like
Man,
that.
I hate sweet potatoes. But
I love
I
sweet
don't like
potato. I didn't know how much I love sweet potatoes until I moved up north.
Because what they probably make
Put
it
it
a
in
lot more there.
They make it like for every like kind of barbecue, Thanksgiving, holiday thing. Yeah. Just because I like it, I know I'm impressive.
I disagree. But no, yeah, like it's not that difficult. It's just the discipline part. Cause yeah, I'm surrounded by all this food, but I'm also, like I said, I like to cook. I could just cook better alternatives. Actually, one of my favorite things that I made, I was telling Allan about it. I don't know if you guys ever got to try it. I made burgers, but with instead of the buns, I used mushroom caps. Like big mushroom caps, like one on the bottom, one on the top.
You
Not
put it on
those
Snap?
mushrooms. Yeah.
Whoa!
It's because you said caps and it sounds very
The
specific.
table's a rainbow.
Are they?
The big brown ones.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out their
Portobello?
name. Portobello. That's what I was
Portobello.
gonna say.
I think those are the tiny ones, or would those be the big
let me see.
ones?
But I get you. It's like a big mushroom. So you just put it
Yeah.
out there.
No, I didn't do anything.
Did he shock you?
No, he was
Okay.
about to.
All right, well, meet the quota.
Meet the quota.
But I did that, and the only gripe with it was, oh my goodness, excuse me. My only main gripe with it was super juicy. Like, I think I'm
just
gonna have
falling
to.
apart from your hands.
Yeah, it was just like dripping all over the place. I was like, okay, it tasted delicious. It tasted great. Everything else was like, just normal burger, onions, lettuce, tomato, blah blah blah. Well, actually, with the patty, I used a coffee-based rub on it.
Did you take a picture of it? Can we pull that up?
No, I don't.
Wait,
I might have to find. I might have a picture of it, but
Coffee?
It's like a coffee rub, yeah.
Huh.
it gave it like this earthy flavor, this bit of texture to it, a little bit of a crisp to it, because it since it's a rub, it's not like a seasoning. You just just drizzle it over it, but a rub, you cover it in it, so it gave it a bit of a little shell, a little crispy texture to it, and it came out delicious.
We just blew her mind.
I'm not a cook, so I mean, these things sound like they don't go together at all. But I mean, chefs make it work.
Child abduction, Amber Alert, June 21st, Dallas, Texas.
You were in Dallas. Why didn't you stop it?
I know, right?
So anyway, burgers.
I was actually interesting about this was I was like, I'm talking about mushrooms too. No, he told me the way he made it, and I told him he said it was all juicy and falling apart. Like that makes sense because I soaked mine overnight in butter and other seasonings. Yeah, that's how I made mine. So, and I didn't put mine on the grill. I tried cooking it on a skillet, and then covering it and kind of cooking it like you would a steak, pretty much. But still, it had it was so much juice, and the butter didn't help.
I'm gonna try next time. I'll try because I'll make some for you guys, so you can try it. But
We'll try it on the podcast.
Yeah, we could have a food episode.
God.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, testing out my food on the podcast. Here we go.
Yours
But
like you.
No.
thank you.
Thank you.
I knew I'd get one.
This isn't PBS.
It's just at this point, everything I say, I'm just getting a lucky.
I think I'm gonna try to bake the mushrooms beforehand, so that way it doesn't just get everywhere. I'll try to dry them out a little bit. If not, I have a dehydrator somewhere that I use to make jerky. Well, my mom uses it to make jerky. I
The
haven't.
big locker looking thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that there was a thing for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
My mom has it somewhere. I'll have to ask her where it is, and I'll try it because they do by themselves. They kind of work as buns, but like I said, it gets everywhere, and it gets super annoying to eat because I'm really tidy when it comes to eating burgers and
I
stuff.
always ask for extra napkins. I know what I am.
I've made peace with it.
I like wings, but I hate getting the sauce all over my hands and stuff. I've seen babies where they grab some food and yeah.
That was Allan.
I was always like this,
When
6 years ago.
when he took me in, I was like feral.
Yeah. We had Wingstop, and he's like, "Let me check my phone." And doesn't even wipe his
my
hands.
Oh
Hey,
no!
I got a call. I'm already on the phone with my hands messy.
No stop. Oh my god.
Gotta use the restroom.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Everything's quiet. You just hear the background. Oh!
Yeah, no. I mean, also Taco Bell. I remember Taco was also a nightmare.
Taco Bell has never been an issue for me. I think you have just a weak genes.
Oh, I like the nachos. The nachos. The nachos are messy.
Their menu is just cut in half recently.
Their menu is abysmal now.
Yes.
So I didn't know about it till it was too late, but they brought them back now after everybody started rioting. But it was the potatoes. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried the potatoes at Taco Bell.
No.
It was taken off the menu because they thought it wasn't it wasn't popular. But the thing is, a lot of vegans and stuff that go to Taco Bell.
What the hell are vegans doing going to Taco Bell?
I know,
For
but
the
come on,
potatoes.
you gotta.
Potatoes.
It's inclusive, is what it is. And so what I was saying was it was a big deal. And
I guess 3 a.m.
yeah.
There's nothing
I
else.
need a
open.
potato.
I need a potato.
So there's there's only 2 things they would do. There was a spicy potato taco, which was cheese, sour cream, and then the potatoes, and then a little bit of hot sauce. And then the other one that they had was the potato cup, which was potatoes, sour cream, and cheese. And boom, it was a potato cup. And I tried it the last week it was available before they took it off for I think it was gone for 6 months, and then they brought it back. But that was good. Another thing I think they took off that's really good was the bean and cheese burrito. I mean, yeah, the bean and cheese burrito. Have you guys ever tried the bean and cheese burrito?
I thought they still have it on there.
They do
Yeah.
they? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they might have taken it off. But and then for a while too, they also took off the nachos, and then they've been bringing everything back slowly but surely. So
I'm guessing it was for the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
yeah, and then I think there was a couple shortages of different things, so I guess that's why they're making it more rare. But one of the things they took off that I'm disappointed, it's not back. It probably never will be. Mexican pizza. Have you guys ever had a Mexican pizza
yeah.
from Taco Bell?
Yeah.
It is the best.
And guess who tried it? Bradley.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
the
as
Mexican
soon
pizza.
as he tries it, it's gone.
Yeah, I remember my ex-wife. She did it. She would try it with me, and she hadn't tried it, but she tried it for the first time with me. But she would be like, "That looks disgusting." I was like, "It's honestly like the best thing I've ever eaten at Taco Bell." And she tried it. She ended up loving it too. So it was like kind of like a thing, like go to order 2 Mexican pizzas. They're awesome. They're great.
What was on them? I'm not a big Taco Bell person, so he's like, "Have you tried this? Have you tried this?" Like, nope. nothing.
Shit, I remember we went to the Taco Bell and merged with Long John Silver's.
That one's the
And you were the
best.
only person I've ever met that had eaten anything with Long John Silver's.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I've never tried it, and I've just never caught my eye. So I was like, you know what? Let me get some sketchy fish from Long John Silver's.
How was it?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
fish is delicious.
I didn't get sick. It was good.
I'm scared
Since
to go.
nobody orders it, they have to actually cook it.
Yeah. They used to sell fried oysters, and those are good.
shit.
But I don't think they sell them anymore. And then they got great hush puppies. But yeah, the
But what's
Mexican
on it? Yeah.
the Mexican pizza was pretty much just like it's a tostada shell, just a circular tostada.
Mhm.
It has beans, beef, and
I just kicked the table.
beans, beef, and then they put beans, beef. They put another tostada. Then they put the tomato sauce on top. Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's like it's like a enchilada tomato sauce, right? Like a chunky salsa
Yeah.
tomato sauce. It's good. It's
Yeah.
great.
Sounds
And then they cut it
It
into
does.
they cut it on a.
He'll
cross.
make some on the podcast.
I could totally make them. I make a really good spicy chunky sauce. I mean,
That's
if you
cool.
guys like spicy stuff, yeah, I could totally make some homemade Mexican pizzas. I'm serious.
I'm not entirely sure about eating on the podcast. Well, I guess we could. We're just going to...
Something small, nothing too
Yeah,
big.
that's small because we don't want to...
Elbow each other.
Into the
Oh,
mic.
well, you just
ASMR.
did that.
Who wants to see me?
No, but I don't have actual food in my mouth, so we're not gonna be like,
ASMR.
it's time for ASMR. It's time for a big, juicy slab of meat in my mouth.
Oh yeah. Boom. Oh my God, dude. It was like way too perfect.
You want to do it again?
No, that's not. I'm done. I'm starting to feel weird.
Instead of cranking your neck.
Oh, we are at that time limit, guys.
Yeah. No.
Jeez, already?
This was a
Already?
really good like freestyle session. Yeah.
Oh man. If anything, I thought honestly I was a little nervous about doing it in this format because I thought it was gonna be a lot more cramped.
It was very fluid. This was a very fluid.
This isn't bad.
Yeah.
We're still trying other methods. If like as you can see, you don't see the microphone. It's actually above the camera this time.
Yeah.
And we have the light over there. We have multiple lights. I just noticed how bright the rock is.
It's beautiful.
It's all good.
But yeah, like I said, we're always trying to improve. Here, you can get your revenge on me.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not.
Nah.
Look, this is what he's been doing. What it was.
Okay, Mr.
Mr. Damaged Nerve Endings.
Like kick ass over here.
But yeah, I'm expecting this to keep improving every episode. If anything, I think this is a lot better without you guys being on Discord. I know there was really no way we could avoid it, but I think it's a lot more fun too, is being here in person. So that way we can. There's no delay. Like, all right, Andrea, so what do you think of this? Oh, I thought it was.
There we go.
I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi's bad.
No, it's just a delay.
And
at Discord. We
Discord.
can't really.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some delay. And well, actually, it wasn't even your Wi-Fi. Last time, my internet just
Oh,
stopped.
you just cut off. Yeah, I was
It
like,
hooked onto the house.
hello, hello guys, where are you?
Yeah, we were just. I was like, oh, Andrea's down. Oh no, we're down. So everything's gonna be a lot easier. And
Work in progress. Work in progress.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Keep
definitely
doing
do
this.
this. Yeah.
and with our writer now here in
Get ready for skits.
In person, yeah, I got some good stuff cooking. Hopefully things get a lot more interesting, little by little, baby steps, right?
yeah, we already got the script for the next podcast episode. We don't script these, obviously.
We don't. We really don't.
Is it out of her league?
Oh,
No,
God.
they put the shot collar back on.
Here, put this on real quick.
Please. Okay.
Oh, I should say I've never used this on a dog or any sort of animal. Just this animal.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Just this.
I've never used this on anything other than humans,
Oh yeah.
What?
and not in weird ways.
No, yeah, exactly.
There we go.
It's all been.
You could have washed it before I put it on, then.
You want to get worse?
No.
Oh no.
Wait, put
It's
it while
fun
it's
though.
wet.
Really fun way to like have something going on.
Again, like I said, put it in the comments. Who do you want to see wear it next?
Save me if you want me to wear it again. I'll wear it again. You guys just say what you want.
And choose the power, 1 through 100.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
all right.
I'm kidding.
That one
No,
no.
We're keeping it locked at what it is now. We're not gonna tell you what it is.
What it
Okay,
is.
it's 15. But
It's not bad.
yeah, it's not that. It's not too bad. There's some pain in there, but again, I've never used it on an animal. I don't intend to ever. If anything, it's already been dirtied by human skin.
Okay.
Again, it's about that time, like Eric said. So just remember, everything we talked about, we're not experts in any of it. Well, I guess we're experts in our own lives,
In our own way.
in our own way. So take everything we said with a grain of salt. We're gonna do the whole woo thing. No, okay.
No, I don't like that.
Oh man, thank you.
Come on.
Come on and zoom.
Come on, Zoom.
Oh, did we just copyrighted? We got copyright, dude.
Well, it's on One, it was on PBS, and two, it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
Yeah, isn't like anything on PBS like public property?
it's in outer space now.
No,
Public property.
PBS.
You mean the what's it called?
Like
Shit.
public.
Public domain.
Yeah,
There we go.
Like Batman.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. You know what? I think we're just gonna start. I'm just gonna say that the episodes will come out on Tuesdays because I've said it's been Mondays and we've always had technical issues that make it upload on Tuesday. So see you next Tuesday.
Yeah,
Unless
so
we
spoken.
actually get it right and we get it up Monday. I'll put some sort of post
Yeah.
so y'all know in advance. But thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.